is how we make bacon.
Hello everyone, welcome to Tea Time with Lord Mortimer. For today's episode, we welcome two special guests, the Professor, Dr. Baconator out of Bacon, Pure Bacon, and Jack Daniels, trademarked of course. From what I've been told, these two brilliant individuals follow a healthy lifestyle and a healthy diet. Let's welcome them now.
Oh, man.
Way.
You're gonna really take my chair like that? You're gonna do this to me? I hate people that do this to me. I hate it. God, who's the boss now?
Son of a bitch.
Well, welcome to our show, everybody. Thanks for having us here.
Hello, everybody.
Would you two like some tea?
This is no some long or some wimpy tea time show. I got my own Jack Daniels here.
Alright. Well, our show today is on the interesting subject of the digestive system. Would you two mind walking us through how this system works?
No problem. We're gonna educate you on how this bacon is gonna fill your digestive system with pure awesomeness. You all know how bacon works. You look at bacon, you eat bacon. Bacon is magnificent. You love bacon. You're not American if you don't eat bacon. Now, I'm not gonna say your understanding of bacon is wrong. That'd be mean of me. However, you could always do with more right. So let's break it down. The first step to enjoying the astounding flavor of bacon is to take a bite of that crispy goodness we all know and love. As soon as the bacon enters your oral cavity, you rip a chunk of it off with your teeth. Pull that meat further into the safe confines of your mouth with your tongue. Gotta protect your bacon from them haters. Both the bacon and teeth work together to physically churn and break down the bacon. From there, fancy meat bags known as salivary glands excrete an enzyme known as salivary amylase. This fancy enzyme combines with a glycoprotein known as mucin, which protects the lining of the mouth from abrasion, and water to form saliva. Saliva hydrizes starch and glycogen while chemically breaking down the bacon into unrecognizable alien globules known as bolus.
Saliva is also good for lubricating other things that go down the throat, like bacon.
Oh, well, I thought you were going to say something completely different.
What the f? Get your mind out of the gutter. Bacon chip slap.
Well, forget I ever said that, okay? Do you have any control over this process?
No. Well, you may be able to control your teeth and tongue. The release of salivary amylase is an autonomic response provided by your nervous system. Simplified, it means you can't stop slobbering once you see bacon.
Well, I read an article online about Pavlov's dog experiment. Does this concept apply to humans as well?
Well, you just saw that it did.
Interesting. So far we know how food is processed in the mouth, but how does it get from your mouth to the stomach?
It's quite simple. The newly formed bacon bolus slithers to the back of the throat known as the pharynx. Following that, your bacon-loving body utilizes an undulating process known as peristalsis to move the bolus down a pipe known as the esophagus. They connect your mouth to your stomach. After a small period of undulation, the bolus passes the diaphragm and reaches the muscular gateway that regulates access to the stomach, the cardiac sphincter.
So, Mortar Monster, do you know what happens when that greasy, lubricated bacon bolus reaches the stomach?
I think so. It gets digested with certain liquids, right?
Oh, you mean Jack Daniels?
No, I meant like digestive enzymes in the body.
Jack Daniels is going into the body helping digest that greasy goodness. But anyway, once that bacon slithers down your throat, your stomach starts churning, producing digestive fluids called gastric juices, commonly referred to as Jack Daniels, which help to melt that killer bacon bolus. The pH is 2, Hayden, for the sickest digestion possible, breaking down all that bacon. Pepsin is also involved to break down all that protein in the bacon. But the bacon can't do the job on its own because it's lazy. It needs to first convert from pepsinogen, the original inactive form of pepsin, in order to assault the juicy goodness made by the specialized cells called the chief cells. Oh yeah, river. Pepsin is the top dog of the stomach enzymes. It takes 2 to take down bacon, player, because we all know bacon is made of 3 things: protein, fat, and more fat. But even a baller like pepsin can't activate without the telling of HCl that is produced by the parietal cells. In addition to binding to the active sites of pepsinogen to create pepsin, hydrochloric acid also helps wear down the intense bacon bolus. Oh, I forgot to mention that all these lazy bacon haters just won't get off the lazy asses. Nope, they need gastrin to get them running. Gastrin is released when food comes into contact with the stomach. The enzyme activates all the digestive juices and enzymes of the stomach, as well as the churning motion. As time passes, all the digestive food becomes this disgusting stuff called chyme. It goes through the pyloric sphincter connecting the stomach to the small intestines.
Keeping up with us, you bacon lovers? Well, let's even keep up with this. Once the chyme passes through the pyloric sphincter, it enters the duodenum, the first part of the small intestine, also known as the tube of bacon assimilation haters. In said organ, acidic chyme mixes with bile and sodium bicarbonate to create a neutral solution so that sick stomach solution doesn't digest your intestine. From there, the neutral chyme passes by the border of the duodenum, also known as the brush border, and picks up intrakinase, which reacts with chymotrypsin to produce protein-digesting trypsin. Additionally, the nutrient-rich chyme passes by villi that are composed of microvilli, which are, in turn, composed of compound complex acinar cells. These special cells composes the border of the small intestine and allow for the absorption of nutrients. Lacteal capillaries reside between the acinar pockets and aid in the absorption of key nutrients. These borders sound as complicated as bacon. After passing through the duodenum, the nutrient chyme eventually passes through both the jejunum and the ileum. These two sections of the small intestine allow for further absorption of nutrients. All throughout the small intestine, the border cells are connected by tight junctions, so as to prevent the escape of deadly, explosive, acidic chyme.
But wait, I heard through the screaming souls of IB kids that the pancreas and the liver have a part in all...
Objection! I am a professor.
No, listen. I've also heard this information from the IB goddess, Kelly Cameron herself. So it must be correct. The pancreas produces several endocrine enzymes and hormones, including CCK, which stimulates the release of bile and pancreatic enzymes, secretin, which causes the pancreas to send out sodium bicarbonate, amylases, which digest carbohydrates such as starch, lipases, which break down fat, which emulsified chylomicrons, nucleases, which break down DNA and RNA for assimilation, and proteases, which are utilized to break down proteins. Additionally, the pancreas also produces exocrine hormones, such as insulin and glucagon, to convert glucose to glycogen, and vice versa, respectively, in the liver. The liver, oh my goodness, Jack. Well, let me continue. The liver, on the other hand, produces bile, which has a wide variety of functions in the body. While bile doesn't contain digestive enzymes, it does have bile salts, which acts as detergents, or like emulsifiers, that aid in emulsifying fats by mixing them and creating chylomicrons. And in this case, it looks like we need a lot of bile to digest all of this. Daniel, get up!
Mr. Two, can I have an Anderson oil already?
Oh, wrong dimension. Temporal warp here, guys. Yeah, trying to put too much gas. There's never too much.
Well, bacon isn't some low-maintenance material. Bacon's like that little screw in a piece of technology that you mess around with and you take it out and it ends up breaking your whole device. Well, that's what bacon does to your entire digestive system.
Interesting.
But with Mortar Monster, he failed to mention the other important functions of the liver. What a noob mistake. The liver is important in the storage of essential nutrients that go into the body. Carbohydrates, iron, retinol, calciferol. It produces urea, which is the byproduct of amino acid degradation. Basically, all the leftover nitrogen ions are converted to this substance called urea, which is then transported to the kidney to form urine. If you want a live example of this, just find someone chugging down some Jack Daniels and follow them to the bathroom. It also produces certain proteins essential for the blood plasma. It regulates the blood sugar by converting glycogen to glucose in the presence of glycagon, which distributes this unusable sugar to the cells, which also sometimes converting glucose to glycogen when sugar is not needed. The liver is also essential in the synthesis of cholesterol, HDLs, and LDLs. Let me break it down for you, Pled. HDLs are the high-density lipoproteins that are used for disposing and recycling cholesterol. This is very good for you, just like bacon. LDLs carry the cholesterol, triglycerides, etc. throughout the body to where they are needed. But in excess, they clog up the arteries, creating plaque, blocking blood vessels, which can cause a heart attack. LDL is bad, HDL is good. Let me break it down for you this way. Easy to remember. LDL is low amounts of bacon. That's bad for you. HDL is high amounts of bacon. That's good for you. Then finally, the most important part is the liver detoxifies the blood system. I mean, you can drink all the Jack Daniels one, fall in front, and you can start drinking it again.
Well, that was informative. Now moving on, I guess. If I can remember correctly, I'm pretty sure that the gallbladder acts as a storage tank for bile. Isn't the bile also sent from the liver?
Indeed.
Oh, so then the gallbladder must be connected via a tube to the liver, no?
The bile duct. Precise.
Ah, interesting. This reminds me of a friend I knew who had gallstones a few years ago. He said that the doctor told him gallstones are derived from bile and are composed of calcium, cholesterol, and bilirubin. The nasty little buggers.
Just like your digestive system after you had too much Jack Daniels.
Right, and bile is also composed of the same material that you mentioned for the gallstones. In essence, gallstones are crystallized bile.
Oh, cool. So now let's hear a word from our sponsors. Sorry, just finishing up.
Took you long enough.
Taking the Browns to the Super Bowl, I see.
You're just dropping the kids off at the pool. No need to worry.
Oh, I think we've got to discuss the large intestine and the final process here, fellows. Elimination.
Oh, of course. Well, okay, so I'm on a roll now. What I know is that one of the major functions of the large intestine, also known as the colon, is to recover leftover water. I'm pretty sure that this is where the feces become more solid as well. And there are quite a few guests that inhabit the intestine, if you know what I mean.
All that bacon.
Anyway, E. coli is a common inhabitant of the colon. It can be highly beneficial for the host because they produce vitamins such as biotin, folic acid, vitamin K, and several B vitamins. Beneficial aspects aside, the large intestine filters all that unwanted material through the rectum and not the anus. The end product is usually any and all digested food.
Undigested. It's all good, sir. We know you made a mistake. That'll be
bad.
the end of this script, fellows. Have a pleasant day.
Condiments for my pizza is ready. Time to chow down. What the f? What are you doing? How can you eat it like that? Get your hands off that. Can't eat that without Jack Daniels. Hold on there. I see you ate all my bacon, so I'll have to use what I got left. I got here some bacon grease, Jack Daniels, sriracha, and whipped cream. Time to get to work. Oh yeah.
The necessary ingredient. Oh God. This is disgusting.